So the city that we're in, which I could not go back. I couldn't find the name of it from the last time we played. In my
I
notes
think
from
I
that.
forgot to name.
I think it had a name last time. I just don't remember. I just can't find my notes for that game.
I mean, it's the same name as the one shot, so I don't know if it had a name back then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I couldn't find my notes for the one shot.
I don't remember giving it a name.
I think you just called it a fishing village that kind of has a name, but most people don't. It's not visited enough to like get one.
I was like, it's more known.
That's what you said
to,
last
like,
time. That's what you said
sailors.
in this session. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I could have sworn the one shot had a name. But I couldn't find anything, so it's moot. So let's see.
They can hear and see.
Interesting notes. Excellent. So the inn that's near the docks is run by Quiet Dom's sister.
Yes.
Quiet Dom is a furbolg, and so is his dude Pete. They are both furbolgs.
Yes.
They're
and
furbolg mobsters or something.
Quiet Pete is especially small for furbolgs.
So they're Quiet Dom and Quiet Pete?
No, Quiet Dom is especially small. Pete.
Yes, Quiet Dom is small.
His assistant / boyfriend.
I'm back, by the way.
Furbolg.
They're boyfriends?
Yeah.
That's fun. Cute. That didn't come up.
The gay furbolg mafia.
Yeah.
Heck yes.
I'm here for it.
Was the Steve that worked for them also a furbolg?
I'm still pulling up my stuff.
No worries.
Steve.
Well, there was two Steves. There was Doc Steve and there was Warehouse Steve.
Which I love, by the way. More fictions should have multiple people with the same name, because that happens in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Warehouse Steve was frail and he was like a half elf.
Okay.
Gotcha.
The captain is a drug dealing Triton. The captain of the boat we're gonna take.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
The monster that has been attacking the waters, we believe it might be either related to the sun stomachs, or is like the mutated version of the sun stomach, or is just like a regional, like the Alolan sun stomach or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I know you had the claws, and I think you got a scale from the ship. Did I ever tell you what the ship?
I don't remember getting a scale.
We looked at. I don't remember the roll.
But I remember suggesting we take a look at it. I think it's the stuff near the end of the session that I blanked on.
Because I was thinking I told you that there was like, it looked like pieces of a scale had been like stuck in the wood.
I think so.
Oh,
but I don't remember if you guys had grabbed it or not.
I fully believe I just have no recollection of it.
And then, so the warehouse was damaged by something going through it.
It looks like something went in one wall and out the other, but you didn't see any damage on the building next to it where it...
Exactly. So it like made a hard turn or something, or was not physical, whatever. Is the wall that the thing appears to have come in, was that facing the sea?
It was facing towards it, yes, but it was not next to it.
Okay, so is there like a building between it and the sea, or is it just like...
There's a big whaling warehouse next to it.
Okay.
And then
I
there's
bet
like
that keeps
dry
people up
docks,
at night.
But
so yeah, okay, so something had to like be in this space between these two buildings, get in and through the building, out the other side, and then leave without it hitting buildings on either side.
Correct.
Cool. Okay. And then we found the list. The person renting the warehouse was a female water genasi. And so the to-do list that has every time, that scares me.
What?
Amos's background exploded in emojis.
Exploded.
Oh.
Every time I'm like, her brains, they're gone.
Well, I mean,
that's true anyway, but...
Well, thank you. It's a lot less mean if you make the joke than if I were to say it. Yeah, thank you.
So the list Found in the warehouse. It's a list of places. The cage, the frozen cage, is circled. The goblin's home is crossed out. The keep is also crossed out, and the coastal city that we are in is not listed.
Interesting.
And then we got paid by Quiet Dom. I hadn't finished the VOD. We were just about to go. We had entered Quiet Dom's office when I, came over here and people were talking.
On the list, it's like just a list of locations, right?
It's a list of locations.
And we said that our home is on it.
And it's crossed out.
It's crossed out. Is the city that had the blood beast on it?
No, but you also know that that was just a trading post. It didn't really have a name.
Gotcha. Are there any
'Cause it did have a name.
locations on the list that are near it?
The little fishing village that you guys were at, where you found the sun stomach, is listed on there.
The Blood Beast town was Elk Haven.
Elk Haven, yeah.
And then the one with the sun stomach was Bornin.
Yeah.
Okay, but Elk
I don't-
Haven is not on there.
No.
Meaning that one either escaped from where it was because it sounds like it's lining up with places where these things have been showing up.
Well, there wasn't anything at the keep.
That we know of.
So I'm sorry, Bornin with the sun stomach, that one was on the list and is crossed out?
It's on the list, but it's not crossed out.
Oh. Wait. Are the locations that are crossed out just the ones where we like have an attachment? Like, is the list maybe places that like I can't use this location anymore because like they're there or they have this connection to it?
No,
I'm trying to figure out if the list is tied to us or if it's tied to the monsters or if it's some third thing.
There are places on here that you guys have not been to, that some of them are not even towns, like much like the frozen cage. There are also just like where it's like the lavender field, which is a field of those flowers. That there's no town there, but it is known as like
There's a demon sword.
yeah, it's that place. Like it's a
What?
historical site.
I need to go there and get a demon sword.
What the
So-
fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys learned about that when you were doing your demon research. Or you learned about it during your demon research.
I
Yeah.
say, yeah,
I know
that
about
was-
the demon sword.
Yeah.
I couldn't
I
remember
said
if I told
Duka
it
and
to you.
Fyodor know stuff that other people don't.
Yeah, because you guys did research.
Yeah. Which reminds me, did his research on
Shit, no. You got me
He did
hyper focused on other things.
he did do that research before because I had also asked if I had a stat for my fishing hook weapon.
Yeah, I'm pulling up all my shit right now.
No rush. I was just
I would like
asking.
to roll to solve the puzzle, Alex.
Of the
Wait.
list?
That's Pat. Solve the
gonna say,
puzzles. Pat
Alex is
Sajak in Wheel
Jeopardy.
of the Fortune. God, it's been forever.
You combined your outdated game show references.
I did, and I apologize for that. Spay and neuter your pets, kids.
I guess we know who doesn't want to be a millionaire.
Oh,
Did you know Brendan Lee Mulligan was on that show?
I
really?
did not.
What did he win?
I don't remember. I just somebody had mentioned it on like a thing, like on one of the videos he was in, and then they cut to a clip of him using one of his lifelines on a question about something, and he was just like, "Yeah, no, I was there once." And so I don't know how.
$50,000
Oh my
Good for
gosh,
him.
that's awesome.
in 2015.
Damn. It's a good chunk of change.
It would
I
be
was saying, I'm
extremely
over here just
hefty to
wishing I had
carry around this change.
$50.
The garlic knots are almost done.
Oh yeah, garlic knots.
Hell yeah.
I'm having a mom and D&D at the same time right now.
Sometimes
Oh,
you
shit.
gotta.
Mm-hmm.
Lily
It's
is
a
having
decent
garlic
combination.
knots. Where'd all my D20s go? Raccoon, did you take them?
Okay, you guys want to hear the question that he lost on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which of the following is the only pair of people who were ever both alive at the same time? 1. Charlie Chaplin and Pharrell Williams. 2. John F. Kennedy and J.K. Rowling. 3. Pablo Picasso and James Franco. 4. Johnny Carson and Honey Boo Boo.
I'm gonna go with 3.
Pablo Picasso and James Franco.
Yes.
Anyone else?
That was my guess.
Hang on. Who was? It was Chaplin and Pharrell.
Charlie Chaplin and Pharrell Williams. JFK and J.K. Rowling. Picasso and James Franco. Johnny Carson and Honey Boo Boo.
How old is Rowling? Because I could see that one possibly.
Right, that was my yeah.
Well, because he died in the
1963.
60. Oh well, yeah, because Rowling, that would put her at around our parents' age. I'm gonna say it's Rowling and I'm gonna say it's that one.
Amos, you got a guess?
No. No.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
No worries. No worries.
Missed it for a second
Brennan
there.
also.
Almost burning myself.
Okay, no worries. Brennan also guessed JFK and J.K. Rowling. The correct answer is Charlie Chaplin and Pharrell Williams.
Oh.
Wow.
Pharrell
That's
Williams is
very
actually quite
unintuitive.
old. Pharrell Williams was born in
19.
1973.
That's a lot more than 19.
He is
1973.
49 years old, yes.
When did Chaplin die?
1977.
Oh.
He died quite old.
Yeah, it's not like they could have held a meaningful conversation.
Yeah.
Right.
But there is that bit of
Damn.
overlap.
Because that means
Rowling was born in 1965.
so she just missed him. Just
She was
like the first
between
gunman.
my
and
Just
parents'
like the first
ages.
gunman.
Picasso died in 73. James Franco was born in 1978.
Damn.
Interesting.
Was Picasso? Was he a problem? Was he one of those like artists who had like unusual habits that were not good?
Who?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, yes. Yeah,
I think there was one famous artist who was like a pederast.
I mean, he definitely had a relationship with someone who was underage. I don't know if he did it serially, but it was a thing that he did.
Okay. So he is the one I was thinking of. He had a little boy.
No.
No?
I think it was like a 17-year-old girl.
Oh.
And he was in his 40s. It was if I recall correctly. That could use some.
Let's see. Who are we talking? We talking about Picasso?
Mm-hmm.
Being a pedophile? Let's see.
Okay, so he did. Yes. He fell in love with the girl who became his muse and secret lover at the age of 14 to 15. They waited until she was 16 to get married.
Yep, that's horrible. I mean, it was horrible before too. I thought it was just like a little bit less of an age gap, but blech.
Gross.
Quite.
Anyways,
Sorry,
on
yeah, I didn't mean to.
No. It's all good. Let's see.
So we're eating Italian food in the mafia-run restaurant.
In the Furbolg Mafia, the gay Furbolg Mafia.
Yeah, the gay Furbog Mafia Olive Garden. When you're here, you're
When
in
you
the
hear
family.
your found family. You're a found-made family.
Yeah, you don't even call me Godfather. You come to me on the day of my daughter's gay wedding. Because, yeah, we still have to talk to the warehouse drunkard. And then, I mean, Fyodor wants more money now because he remembers that they're traveling places where that's necessary.
We do also still have to find a place to keep Ivan while we're gone.
True. I figured that was just going to be the...
That's probably, yeah, I mean, that's going to be probably at the inn that we stay at for the next 2 days. They'll hopefully have like a, oh yeah, keep your thing here. It'll cost this much to keep your horse there for a while.
Yeah.
Hopefully. But it shouldn't be too hard.
I would say, because if people come here to get on ships, they probably... We're not the only ones who came here on a thing.
Yeah.
And then need to leave the thing.
Yeah.
I have your fish hook for you.
Oh, yay.
Fish hook stats. Dun, dun, dun.
My next plan is to get a rope or like a cable for it so that I can make grapple checks with like a range.
Yeah. My next move is to pick up heat metal so that you can embed a hook into them, and then I can heat it up and cause massive damage.
I love that.
Thank you.
I thought about that the last time. In the moose fight, I was like, oh man, if I had heat metal right now, that thing is jammed in its eyeball. Forget about it.
Yeah, if you fail that check, you do not have the hook anymore, and it is stuck in that person.
That's fine.
I love that too.
So could I choose to fail?
You can.
Like if I just let it go?
Mhm.
So if it's stuck in them, that means that if it's heat metal, then they have to take their turn to actively like pull it out.
Yeah.
Which is
With,
not
like,
how
a
you're supposed to
difficult-
handle fish hooks, by the way. If it's a fish hook, you're supposed to cut the end off because if you try to pull it out the way it went in, it's just gonna barbs and like do more damage. I need to put it
find
on a
bolt
rope so I
cutters.
can like get over here with it. Like fucking scorpion.
Man, that's fucked up.
Or so I can, grapple a ranged creature. Just get down here, bird.
It is a sleight of hand roll just for the fact that it's not like you stuck a knife in somebody and you just got to grab it. It's like it's a whole curved, like there's no easy way to get that out. You got to be real quick and real precise with that to get that thing back out. So
What if I wanted to just rip it out without concern? Or are you saying it's sleight of hand for them to remove it?
no, for you to not lose your grip on it.
Oh.
So like if they break away from you and you fail that check, they're not gripped by you, and you do not have access to that.
Oh, right.
Thing
Because
anymore.
if
It's
they've
stuck
made
in
that
them.
check, then they have already gotten away from my ability to.
Yeah. That check is
Gotcha.
whether or not you are able to keep that in your hand, or if that is just kind of in them now and it's no longer something you can use for the time
Gotcha.
being.
Because I was gonna say, because if they like just tried to straight run, I was just gonna rip it through them. But
Yeah.
like Grandpa did to Dad's earring that one time.
That's not a fun story.
I mean, you're right.
Welcome to our fun D&D game.
Anyway,
We just talked about boiling eyeballs, but fucking
Boiling eyeballs is super fun. Hey kids.
no.
hey kids, boil your eyeballs.
Hey kids.
Don't do
Fish
that.
hooks in things and then light them on fire.
No.
This is an 18 and up channel and is a joke.
Hey kids, if you're watching this, you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
We say fuck a lot.
Oh, goodness gracious.
They don't know Obama.
They So fun fact, I heard what Madison just said from the other side of the apartment, but not through the call.
Did you hear me?
I heard you laughing.
Oh, that's fair.
Thought that I heard you laughing.
But I don't know what your guy. I have several things that, like, depending on what you do, like, I know what's gonna happen. I just don't know where you guys are going from here. You're
Talking
currently
to the warehouse drunkard.
Well, it's
having
the end of the
dinner.
day. Do we want to do that tomorrow?
It's like you're currently having dinner in a
Yes.
fantasy Italian restaurant.
Well, then we should go to. Then we should go back to the inn because I assume we have to stay at an inn.
You have not been to the inn yet, but that is a good spot to stay for the night since you don't depart
So we
yet.
need to go to the inn, unless there's like a bunkhouse for the workers, but
No.
that would be too reasonable. So we can go to the inn, get ourselves somewhere to sleep, and then get find out about
Go to the drunk yard
about leasing a spot for our horse while we're here at the inn.
while
He's
we're
like,
at the
you're
inn.
not
Yes.
employees,
two
you're
horse-
contract workers.
Kill two horses with one stone.
So, and we said that they're leaving early on the second day.
Yes.
Okay, so we only have tomorrow to do
Correct.
stuff, and then we're leaving the next morning.
Yeah, and he said if you're not on the boat, he is leaving, whether you're there or not.
So then we need to find a place for Ivan. We need to go to the drunk yard, and we need to if there's any information we can glean on the monster that is attacking ships, this Alolan sun stomach or whatever, then we can do that, and then either give ourselves a better chance to beat it when it attacks us on the boat, because it's gonna, or if we can find a way to lure it to shore, like we did with the with Winnie's mom.
Yes.
Not that we lured Winnie's mom.
I'm not keeping any babies this time, okay?
That's a good call. That's a good call.
I like how you said that like you were like being defiant and not assuring us that you weren't gonna do that. You were like, "Hey, I'm not keeping any babies this time." Yeah, we didn't want you to take the first one.
What? Are you sure? I thought. No, just kidding.
Like 50% of our logistical discussions in this game have been like, but what do we do about the baby?
And in that way, it is realistic.
Yeah.
It really does change your life when you have a child, is what I've heard.
It's like a puppy too. Like, good lord.
Yeah, it's like a dumb baby.
I mean, babies aren't particularly smart.
They get
That's what you've
smarter
been
though.
helping
This is a
with, Duca.
dog. Like, it's only gonna get so smart.
I don't know.
That's
You
why
see
Duca's
that
like,
dog
"You
Bunny
need to get
who's
smarter."
Same thing for
becoming
babies,
self-aware.
though. They get so
Oh my
smart.
god.
No,
Yeah, same
people
thing
just
for
keep getting
everything, really.
smarter. People will just keep getting smarter until they're like dying or whatever.
They keep getting smarter until they choose not to
Until they,
anymore.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. They have the ability to keep getting smarter.
In the words of my former coworker at the salon, kids are great until they start talking and then they just piss me off. They're terrible.
Yeah, so you don't like them before they start talking either.
Yeah, I already told you about the
Yeah.
Prince of Egypt Moses.
Yeah, that was funny.
When I was a kid and I watched Prince of Egypt, I kept getting disappointed every time something would try to destroy it and wouldn't.
Moses'
wanted that baby
basket
dead.
at the beginning of the movie.
Oh,
Every time
I
Moses
wanted it
didn't
dead.
get killed by a wild animal in the Nile River, Madison was disappointed.
Yeah.
I don't know if that counts as anti-Semitic, but I
I don't think it's anti-Semitic. I think it's
Care what
misanthropic.
religion he was. I just hated that it was young and a baby and disgusting.
Oh, okay, so
and
it's technically
loud.
ageist.
It's
Yeah.
ageist, yeah.
I mean, I don't give a shit. He's a fictional baby. You can stab him for all I care, but he's fictional. Fiction isn't real. That's my hot take. Anyway, so we should go get a room for the night and
We should
figure out where to put
we
our
should
horse.
act out eating our pizza, thank you, and chicken parm.
If anybody makes eating Italian food noises into their microphone, I will leave the call.
How are you going to tell if they're eating
Amos, did you just
Italian
start
food
dancing?
noises specifically?
Yeah.
Amos just did the soldier boy.
I hit a word.
I'm sorry,
You just-
Celeste.
Hmm?
What did you say? I was
Oh,
completely
I said, how are you
distracted
going
by-
to tell if they're the noises for Italian food specifically, as opposed to any other kind of eating noises?
I do have some shrimp scampi pasta in my fridge. I could go.
No.
I'll cut you in real life.
Don't make me
Oh.
come over there.
We actually, I mean, we don't. I don't think unless somebody. I was gonna do like revealing the checklist of places to you guys over dinner, but like we already kind of did that, just out of character, so we don't have to do
Yeah.
that. We don't need to.
I would say Fyodor would probably just say all the same things that I asked. Of just like, so wait, do they connect to the places we've been? Do they connect to places where we've seen monsters? Why are certain places not crossed out? But yeah, he would
And
have asked
no
all the same
patterns,
questions.
and no
Yeah.
patterns sort of come to us.
No, not off the top of your head, anyway.
Not immediately. We'll have to keep looking.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
So let's go get you guys set up at the inn, I think.
yes.
Right? Okay.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Executive decision.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys have your conversation about the list. You do know that the handwriting matches like the notes and stuff that you've gotten. It matches the book. Do you recognize that it is the same person, but can't quite figure out what puzzle piece it is? You guys finish up your dinner, get everything packed up, and you start heading out. And you head back closer to the docks, and you do see this. It's it's a well kept building. It looks a little bit more upscale than some of the other like around here. You have your usual like docks. It's got all the fish, but this looks like it's kept fairly clean. It's got like new paint on it, at least within the last couple months. Like it's very nice. It's not like marble and stained glass window and all that. But it's like they take pride in it. They keep it.
Okay, so it looks like a well kept building, not a recently refurbished building.
Yeah, it looks well cared for, as if they have a lot of pride in it. But it's not like a brand new building. It's not like they've made this with the most expensive. This is some like luxury
Right.
hotel thing. It's just like
I was just checking, making sure it
Yeah.
wasn't like you said it was painted in the last couple months, and I'm like, oh, like
yeah,
because they're
like-
covering something up, or just because they're touching it up.
yeah. It just looks like
Okay.
they new fresh coat of
just-
paint on it.
Sure.
It gets worn out with the salt from the water fairly quickly. As you
Hell yeah.
guys kind of head in, it looks like a little bit more of a tavern, but a little bit. You actually don't have to
Because
duck.
of the
You realize,
firbolgs.
yeah, and you know that Quiet Dumb had told you that it was his sister that ran it. And as you step in, you don't see her at first, but as you kind of step in, there's a couple tables off to the side over by a small little bar and a desk at the other far wall where you assume they start to get checked in. And she kind of comes out of a doorway. She is a lot like they very much look similar. However, she's a lot bigger than Quiet Dom is, and she's also very like she's just kind of like, come here, hey, come here. Brother told you all we had a couple of weirdos. Sorry, that's a weird. That was not nice.
Weirdo
We
is
had a couple
correct.
of
No,
lovely
weirdo is
folks
correct.
coming in.
The technical term
Hi.
is weird though.
It is hello. You are just as quiet Dom's sister. You are. That checks out. You are both quiet,
Yes.
ironically.
Mhm. Yeah.
What is your name, ma'am?
I'm Stephanie, and just for the record, I'm liked a little bit more than he is. He's a little bit more of a chatterbox, but he also, we both ramble.
This
But
is
just
fine.
Heard his voice. It's just kind of, it can get kind of annoying. I'm sorry. Anyway, told you guys were coming
Anyway.
in. Anyway, you guys were coming in for you're looking for a room. You're heading out soon.
We need rooms for us, and we need stabling. We brought a horse to get here, but we cannot take him on the boat, so we need him to be put up somewhere until we return. Is it a thing in town somewhere? Here, perhaps, hopefully?
Oh, I can do that for you, actually. Do you know about how long you may be away for? So I know it just helps
Shit,
me with booking.
we did not... We don't actually have a boat back, do we?
Right. We haven't gotten to that stage of the logistical planning.
We have not gotten that far.
Well, we figure the boat that drops us off is going to return as part of its trade route.
At
Correct.
some point, yes.
Presumably. So we will discuss with Captain if there is, what his timetable is, so we will know what our timetable is. But if you know how far it is, so let us figure at least one round trip of the boat that we're on. It's one of the bigger ones, so I assume she is familiar with it to some degree.
Yeah. Well, I usually have people pay ahead of time for care for their horses and things like that they need to be kept here because gotta pay for the
Naturally.
food and housing and
Reasonable. Very
things like
valid.
that. If you're wanting to do something that's indefinite, where you're not really sure where your time frame is, if I can I can do a thing with you where essentially you will pay a certain amount for a certain period of time. Most people will do it and they're like, hey, it might be 2 weeks. But it might be a little bit longer, so they'll pay for 3 when they come back. If it has not been of that amount of time yet, I will give them back whatever is owed back to them if they have not used the full time. However, if you do not return within that time,
You get to keep the
after
horse.
that period, I get to sell it. It
seems...
becomes my property.
So essentially, so if we want to aim high, because if we pay too much, we get whatever we overspend back. But if we pay too little, then we lose the horse if we are wrong.
Yes.
Okay. So, and if we come back early, would you refund us sort of like the down payment we made?
Yes, that's if you pay for 7 days and you come back in 5, I'm gonna give you back those 2 days you didn't use.
Perfect. Love that. Okay.
What is the price per day?
Or per week or whatever it is.
Gold a week.
A gold a week? Shit.
For
Do you
one
think we're
single
going
horse.
to? Do you think we are going to need to spend any money while we're in the forest?
Oh.
No? I'm just gonna drop the 8 gold I made yesterday, and I'm just gonna set it on the table.
Well, hold on. Let's ask one more question.
Hold on. Let's ask more questions.
Let's
Hold
ask
on.
one more question
I
before
just
we
got
give 8
money
gold, which we might
Oh.
need for something.
Please do tell me questions because I love
For
to
sure.
speak, and questions give me all the excuses. Go on.
You just said... I thought you said you were less of a chatterbox than your brother.
About how long
I believe it is a low bar.
About how long is one voyage of this vessel, generally, from here to the southern city and back?
To get there is about a week and a half.
And so
By
there and
boat.
back is 3 weeks.
Week and a half there, week and a half back, plus depending on how long he is docked.
It's true too.
So that is 3 weeks. So then if he's docked for
2-3 days.
do we know how long he has been in town right now? Like when he got
Well,
here?
he was also requiring repairs this time, so.
He's been here for a few weeks because his boat's kind of in rough shape. We're all a little surprised it made it here in one piece. It was taking on water. Whole issue. Although most of the boats that have been coming in recently have had a lot of repair work needed done on them, which is great for business, but very concerning about what's happening on the water, especially considering, all the fish seem to be disappearing, and we can't really put our finger on that, which is really hurting the economy. So the boat repairs really do help. Sorry,
Right,
I'm rambling again, aren't I?
No, it's quite topical, actually.
It was all reasonable information. It was just rapid fire, is really...
Yes, which we appreciate. Very concise.
Yes.
we won't make any promises, but we might be able to help with that situation as well. We are.
If they attack our boat, we will kill it.
Yes.
The monster. Okay, I wasn't sure if you're talking about the repairs because it was like we've already got that. We got a lot of people.
I mean, I
It's
also
great.
helped with that.
We are all purpose. We are excellent citizens. And we haven't been doing it for that long.
So
But he did tell me that you guys are new in town, had been wanting. He came in from where the keep, right?
yeah,
We're keepies.
Doing. She's lovely.
is
We
that
trade
the
with her.
word? I should not be. I would say. I imagine. Do you get confused when you're talking? Do you like hear her talking and think that you are talking? You have very similar
This-
cadences.
I'm
Madison,
sorry.
go to the next room and kick the shit out of him.
I'm sorry.
I'm just giving you shit.
Beat their ass.
Oh my god, that was great.
I'ma
Rakugan
kick
has
your-
like 4. Like my campaign has like 4 voices. It's fine. Like you're good.
I'm gonna kick your whole ass. I
love you.
can't help it. If
No, I
I'm not
know.
actively trying to do a voice and I hear you guys doing it, my brain goes, "Do it, do it, do it."
Do it.
But no, I didn't say that because that's obviously canonical. I'm sorry. I love
Well,
you.
okay. I think correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, but I believe 8 gold it might be reasonable in this situation then. That is 8 weeks.
I would
And
say
it is
I'd like
3
8
weeks.
gold for it.
3/4 of our party do not have experience with currency.
I will do whatever. Do you need more gold? Do I need to help? I have gold now.
No, you are good. I was literally just going to.
She's trying to like.
I already have it all 8 in one bag. So I figured it would be easier to just set down bag, and then if we want to divide up paying back for it when we get back, see how long we actually needed to pay for.
Yeah, she's really proud. She holds up her little.
So like I'm not
coin purse
going to
again.
try and like let's all pitch in and put money on the table together and like do all that, because then if we get some of it back, the question becomes, well, who gets part of it if it's not an even thing? So I'm just going to set this bag of 8 gold back on the counter, Tuche.
I'll make a note of it.
Just glad we confirmed first. It was like, here's 8 gold, and it's like, we're gonna be gone for like a fortnight.
That is okay. Well, I'm sorry for getting snippy.
It's okay. I'm sorry I made you pick up your money again. And then I hug him.
Aww.
So here is 8 gold for the horse. We still have to pay for the room. For us,
How much is room for 2 nights? 2 room for 2 nights.
2 nights is 2 silver per
Or
room.
2 silver. Okay.
So for 2 rooms, 2 nights, 4.
Or silver.
2. Yeah, because it's a silver a night. I had to
I paid
math
4
because
silver.
Bane sucks at it.
You good.
She knows.
Where is... Fuck.
where is conversion chart?
Where is my list of money? Oh, I have exactly 4 silver. That works out well.
I thought you stole some copper pieces from the.
Well, no, I mean, I have 4 silver pieces and then whatever gold and coppers.
Oh, gotcha, sick.
She'll take both of those from you and kind of store them on her person. And she goes, fantastic, absolutely, come on. And she like comes around, and again, she is almost like she's not quite the same height as Pete, because you and Pete are just like very similar in height. And she's a little bit shorter than you, but she's still very close to eye level. She's like, come on, like shoot, come on, your room's this way.
Bless you.
Bless you. And she leads
Thank
you
you.
guys to the staircase that heads up, and there's several doors lined down this narrow hallway, and the whole second floor is just rooms, and there's 8 of them, and she takes you all to not quite the last room, but there's like one more before it goes down, and she hands Duka the 2 keys to it, and he goes, "These are yours. Please don't destroy anything in there. But other than that, have a lovely day. Breakfast is ready at 8 or no, we started doing it earlier because season change. It was about 7:30 in the morning is when we do breakfast.
We can
Thank
rise
you.
early. Thank you.
You heard her, Lilia. Let's not go breaking things. I say, knowing she's the least likely to break shit in the room.
She does still have the baby. She gathers the baby a little closer to her. Like, don't touch anything.
Jesus Christ. Don't eat the wallpaper.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that the damages done by the child are your responsibility. That is so peculiar. Being responsible for another person's damages. I'm just having this thought as we're walking to our rooms.
I turned to
She
Bro.
leaves you guys.
I guess I should take Ivan to wherever the fuck we should put him.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll do that.
like-
We don't have to roleplay that. I'm not going to talk to him or nothing.
Yeah. They take him and they go get him situated in his temporary living quarters. His stable stall. So as you guys as you guys enter these rooms, who's going in what room? How are you guys separating this?
I mean, the brothers in one room, I would assume.
The brothers in one room, the girls in the other, and then whoever gets bread.
I was like, who? Okay.
I take up very little space.
I do not take up very little space.
They also, though, they also would they also have Domino?
He'd get stabled as well, I would think.
Domino just roams the streets. The ghost moves of the coast.
You can just bring Domino with you, right? Like, or just resummon him and.
No, we talked about this last time.
Well, it takes a spell slot, but I gotta look at the wording on it. I think he doesn't go away unless he like dies or something. Yeah.
I mostly just meant
you know better than
because if he wanders around randomly, he also has an intelligence of like higher than a normal animal.
Oh yeah, and we have like a telepathic connection within like. Let me look up how far.
So all I'm saying is I don't think that we have to pay for a stable for the
he's not gonna run off.
Fake moose.
He's not gonna run off.
If I remember correctly, it's if your mount has like an intelligence less than 6, it automatically goes up to 6.
That's right. I'm just reading it here. Yeah, and the telepathic connection is within 1 mile. Yeah, we're good.
I'm thinking of the spell. I think I'm thinking of Awaken gives them an intelligence of 10.
Yeah, Awaken gives them like basic
sentience
average human level. Which he is more or less sentient. I mean, 6 is within the range of, I would say, sentience. He just can't speak. He can just communicate telepathic with me. He can understand.
Yeah, he is more intelligent than Brat was, my old monk character.
Aw.
So
you guys kind of go into your individual rooms. Just for reference, so I don't have to describe everything, it's basically like one of the fancy rooms that you would see at like the hotels in Red Dead, where it's like they got the wallpaper, and some of them, one of the rooms has like a little fireplace. It's got the dresser with the mirror and the big wash bowl, like it's like that.
Look at that! They even provided a trough in the corner for us.
For your chicken parm.
I was like, it's fair. I was like, it's more well furnished than anywhere you've stayed thus far.
Yeah, I mean, we don't wallpaper
Better
our
be.
cave
I paid
at home.
4 silver.
Yeah.
This is the happiest Zarka's been with her accommodations since the monastery. Because from then it's just been like tents and
road dogging.
The barracks.
The barracks with the Orwellian keeper's eyes on her that she can feel, she swears.
Yeah.
For sure.
So what you're saying is Zarka is like refreshed in like a fucking L'Oreal commercial the next morning.
Yes, tossing her non-existent hair back. Oh, she's got a little bit of like a mohawk
is it
mane.
hair, yeah, or is that a fin?
I believe it's hair. It's been a while. Yeah.
You had me give her almost like a mohawk of hair.
Yes. Thank you for paying more attention to her design than I clearly have in the last week or so.
For sure.
I figured she's a cold weather kobold. So some level of hair made sense.
Me.
I'm sorry, y'all. I had to deal with something really quick. I had to stand up for another room. I'm gonna be right back. I'm so sorry.
It's just your person is having a hair commercial of just
Yes.
I hated
but
the
with hair that doesn't move.
the slow.
Her eyes are moving more than her hair is.
Oh, that was horrifying. All the freaking out, and then just the.
She's learning.
I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do that. Go fish.
Oh, you did notice
We're just in our
that
room, just
there was a door downstairs that had bathhouse written on it, so there is accommodations for bathing if you guys wanted.
oh, I thought you said there was a
Alrighty.
bath. I thought you said there was a bath in our room too.
No, there's a wash bowl. So like those bowls that had water, so you can like wash your face and things. There's a wash bowl in there, but not a
okay.
bathtub.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, how long has it been since we were at the city? A couple days.
Week.
It's been about a week, yeah.
Hmm.
And there was like
probably...
you did a full day of manual labor.
That's fair.
Ah.
Jesus, Lord in heaven.
Oh God.
She sees us.
I need an old
No.
priest and a young priest.
Oh.
But yeah, I could go for a soak.
I want 5 tough guys. I want 5 untough guys to make the tough guys look more tough. I mean, yeah, I guess Fyodor probably has some sort of road dust grime shenanigans. There's seawater everywhere. He's got that like just got out of the beach feeling, but like his entire body is what just how like your hair feels when you're like. So yeah, I guess
I don't like
will,
that.
Fyodor will set his shit down and I'll go to use the bathhouse. I don't know if they have laundry, but he'll probably just bathe in his clothes then.
Dukagon goes down to the because the inn is fairly close to the docks, yeah. Dukagon goes down to like kind of where the docks are and then follows the shore till he gets to like a less inhabited part of the beach and then just kind of like wades into the cold water of the sea and it's just like grunting. Just like it's cold and then it's just like putting the cold seawater on himself and he's gonna use that. And then we'll come back and be just grumpier.
I like how we're farther south. It is more temperate than we've ever been, and you're like, "Fuck, this water's cold."
Well, I mean, it's still cold water. Like we usually wear furs.
Did Amos come back, or did it just kind of freak out?
Oh yeah, I kind of just assumed she was back.
Yeah.
If it did, just freak out.
I mean, let's just do some let's role play some bathhouse adventures.
Go on, Duka.
I already did mine. I went
Yeah,
to
he's
the
not at
ocean
the
and
bathhouse.
grunted.
I know. Wait, hang on. Wait a minute. I have an idea.
I mean, I picture Fyodor. No, Fyodor is literally just that scene in Beauty and the Beast where he's getting the bath and he just kind of with his fur just. Ugh.
I didn't realize that I have been visualizing Fyodor as vaguely like the Beast from Disney.
Yeah, that works in my mind.
I mean, he's still like he has like I think his hands and his face don't have fur, but
well, sure.
Duka, I
Yeah.
rolled a thing and it beat your AC. You don't take any damage, but while you were bathing in the ocean, you did accidentally step on a crab and it was not happy with you. And it
I
did
wasn't
try
happy
to
with
pinch you.
I grab it.
It pinched you, yeah.
I grab it and I bring it back with me.
Okay. You have an angry crab. Like you're just carrying it like this and it's just
Oh no, like I fucking like ripped its claws off and I'm like
that's so mean.
I'm gonna eat it.
I
I went crabbing.
Ah.
we just had so much pasta.
Then I have breakfast. We're survivalists.
Fair enough. We are also spiteful.
I will be right back.
That's fair.
I thought I got all the cats out. Vivi is screaming at the door wanting in, and here's your son.
I was wondering why Vivi was on my chair, and then I remembered that you tried to. Do you want me to come get my son?
I was gonna bring him to you, or at the very least, get him. Yeah.
Raccoon.
Either way,
Wonk.
I was just saying, like, I can't really say anything because Fyodor has also had something try to attack him, and he ripped its arms off to eat it later. But that one spoke language, so
Raccoon! That is an open bag of dice.
my son is a nuisance.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Amos, you know what that's like, right?
Raccoon! Raccoon,
I'm
please.
kidding. He's fine.
Oh, it's making it difficult.
She's still not back, or if she is, she's still muted.
Come on.
I know how I like how I said I was gonna go get him, and then I didn't.
What does Zarkra do in the bathhouse?
Well, she's going to relax as much as she's capable, but her knife is still like sitting at the lip of the pool
Mm-hmm.
within arm's reach.
Mm-hmm.
One eye probably slightly open as she leans back and just kind of.
I'm so sorry.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
You're
Had
just
to
in time for bathhouse adventures.
go slap some people around.
Yep,
No, I'm
we've
just
said the
kidding.
title Bathhouse Adventures a couple of times now, and there's been a lot of more mentions of grunting.
Should
My
I
friend
should I
watches-
change
my friend
watching
the
the stream
title?
next to me and was like, "Oh hell yeah, bathhouse roleplay, fuck yes."
Yeah. All right, we're gonna change the title. Bathhouse. No, I'm just kidding.
The wrong audience.
Yeah.
I say, didn't realize you were on that side of Twitch.
It's 18 and up, but not for that reason.
No, we're not gonna be. Who was? I forget what the name was. I'm not gonna like roast somebody else on itself, but I just like was going through, and it was just like, this is my stream. Watch me do sit-ups in a hot tub, and I'm like, what? Or no, it was
Do
yeah, it was
what?
doing squats, not sit-ups. Doing squats in a hot
Oh, I
tub.
thought you said spit ups, and I was very
No.
confused.
No, squat. I said
That's a
sit-ups,
different
but
site.
I meant squats. But it was something like that. It was just like, watch me just do exercises in a hot tub in appropriate hot tub wear. And I'm like, I mean, that's fair, but like, I always assumed that this was I don't know. Live your truth,
Alright.
you know. But this is not that stream. Bathhouse.
Not that stream.
So, Amos,
Yes.
does Lilia join Fyodor and Zarkra to go like take a bath and get cleaned up in the little bathhouse downstairs?
Yes. Bring the baby with me too.
Fyodor's
Everyone,
comb has.
What about
it's
bread?
Just a.
And bread. Bread needs to wash
Yeah.
his ass.
everybody who went to the bathhouse feels very refreshed, and for the rest of this session, you all have 1 point of inspiration you can spend at any time.
Feels great.
So
Love
do
that.
you swim to the ocean? I'm sorry.
He's kind of salty.
He doesn't need
about it.
inspiration. He's got a
Uh,
crab.
I'm a bard. Make my own inspiration.
With blackjack and hookers.
I didn't
Fyodor
wanna
has a
tell
comb
you.
that's literally just an old rake head that he just kind of has to use.
Good.
Do I receive any signs from the patron while I'm alone at night in the beach?
What?
The
person who's
person
been
who
sending
writes
us
the
letters.
thing. Yeah.
Oh. What was the question? Did you see them?
Does anything happen? Like, because I was like, I went out to the middle of nowhere.
No.
Okay, cool. I'm
Yes.
just checking.
Yeah, sent that. We accept your offer letter into the nether, and then.
Yeah.
Okay. Sick.
Yeah. You didn't say anything. Nothing. It was just kind of you and this crab.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I asked. I'm like, send me a message, and then I get pinched by a fucking crab.
You come back like,
Okay,
Pink,
what?
I know what you mean, but it's not.
And I don't like it. And I rip the crab in half and just like start
Like-
eating it.
Like you've ripped its claws off. Its little legs are still like angry. It just looks pissed off, and you're just tell me you have secrets. Tell them to me. Like it's the
Drinking its arms like a
messenger.
straw.
Ah.
Public bathhouses
guys-
are scary enough without the blackjack and hookers. Um, I'm sorry, I had to read that one aloud.
Banshee would like to roll a die.
You guys want to get up for breakfast?
Hell yeah.
What if we said no?
Then I would just start without you guys having breakfast.
Cool. Okay, go ahead. Let's go for breakfast.
It's
Fair
just
enough.
for flavor of like it's a continental breakfast. It's included. Whether you eat it or not is up to you.
God damn, Banshee just rolled an 18 on something.
Damn. It's
She
on
swatted-
chaos and we're all doomed.
18
Yeah,
for
she's-
breakfast.
Oh shit. Banshee, stop. Everybody say hi to Banshee.
Although that does remind me.
Hi, Banshee.
Banshee Bean. Alright. Well, I rolled a 19 on flavor. Breakfast was delicious.
Wow, that's
'Cause it
fantastic
was- That's
news.
because it had all this crab meat in it. Everybody
Everybody-
loves some crab leg pancakes.
You guys all get up in the morning. You're feeling really, really good. It was a really comfortable sleep. You guys got all cleaned up. Well, most of you got cleaned up and everything. You just like everything's great. It's gonna be a good day today. You go down, and it's a simple breakfast, but like they know what they're doing. It's like an old family recipe of just like, yeah, that's right. That's the spot. That's the one. And you guys are ready for your day. Where do you want to go first? You have agreed to work again today for Quiet
Right.
Dom at the warehouse. But that is not your entire day. You still have you have like an hour. You have about an hour before they start working up on that.
I'm gonna leave the baby with bread this time while we go work.
Babysitter.
Hetcha just going ape shit.
Hetty is in fact going
Aw.
apeshit.
Like a good pupper.
I inform Bread. I pull out my gold that I'm extremely proud of, and she's gonna be like, "I can start paying you."
Well, if we're going home, I don't need gold. But thank you. I always take food for payment. I'm always hungry.
Lily is like so proud of this money, and nobody will let her spend it.
Well, Brad, if you take payment for payment, you can always use that money to get yourself food at your leisure. Say if some of us are busy, you could purchase some yourself.
Like today,
Perhaps even
If
some
you
bread.
wish.
I'm gonna go visit a bakery. Mom's used to say that they had a lot of bread.
It
That
is
would be a
literally
good
their
place
entire
to look.
purpose.
Just don't leave the baby alone.
I won't let you down. As he like tries to do the salute that he was learning from from his little friend Jerry at the keep. He's just like, I won't let you down.
Banshee, did you just eat the corner of my character sheet? Stop that. Give
Probably.
me that.
She didn't quite jump all the way up.
People don't realize that they're here for D&D and animals. It's 2 streams in 1.
Nobody has answered my question.
True.
Of what are you guys wanting to do first?
I was gonna I feel like I've made a lot of
I mean,
this.
we have the drunk yard. I don't know if that's going to be fast. Can we get there in the hour or 2 that we have before?
You do know it is over by the warehouse. Like it is a little like you go south, there's the warehouses and everything that Quiet Dom seems to keep control of. And then at the very south part of the town is where the junkyard is. So the warehouse is closer to the junkyard than you are now.
Well,
Mm,
that sounds convenient.
that sounds convenient. Let's do that.
Yeah, we could see if we could grill this guy beforehand.
To the junkyard.
Is it called the drunk yard, or is that just
We just
nonsense we
called it
spoke
that.
into existence?
Just what you guys have started calling it because
Because it's
the
where the drunk
junkyard,
is.
scrapyard, boat graveyard, what you may have you, and there's just a drunkard who lives near it.
Sure.
You guys start heading out, and you head down that way, and you see the warehouse. Like you pass by it on your way through, and it's you guys have put a lot of work into it. It's still looking kind of rough. Like whatever did that was not small, you don't think. But you go past it and you go a little bit further, and you almost think you've left the town at first. You're just like the building has stopped here. And just over, like pushed up against the water, you do starting to see like heaps of like old ships and buildings. Most of it looks like it's been broken, but some of it you see it's like it still looks old and warm, but there's like old wagons and just different tools and metal and different things there, and a little building on the edge, farthest from it. And in between this little space, there's like this kind of, it's like a wide street width. There is a like using some of the broken planks and stuff, kind of like a makeshift little like tent pushed up against one of the warehouses on the other side away from the junkyard.
Hmm.
And there's a lot of
Okay.
bottles around it.
Do we see any insects?
Not at the moment.
Large rodents.
Well, we are here to talk to the drunk man. I believe this is indicative of. Yeah.
Lily's
I'm
like,
just gonna walk over to it.
hello.
As you guys kind of start to walk over to it, and Lily, you're kind of like calling out to him a little bit. You don't hear anything at first. Like it seems really still, and you're like, oh, maybe they're asleep. And then you hear from above you, hey, that's my house. Fuck off, assholes. What are you coming for my treasure? My booze.
We were looking
Oh.
for you, actually.
We don't want your booze. It's okay.
I brought
You-
my own.
As you
We'll
look,
leave your treasures alone if you answer a question or two.
when you guys look up, there's just this like real like he's kind of scrawny and scraggly looking guy just up on the roof, and he's just full on looking at just like, hey. Like he's trying to seem big, but he's like the clothes he's wearing are like too oversized. They've got like patches. He's got like an old fisherman's hat with a different collection of like the different hooks and tack and stuff that's all just kind of in it. And he's like, hey, fuck off.
How
And you
tall
can
is this
see him-
building?
It's like 2 or 3 stories.
Okay.
There's not like floors in it, but it's like
So
they
I
bring a
couldn't
lot
just
of
like
stuff
reach
in.
up and like get him.
No. Like it's gonna take him a second to get down. But he does seem to kind of stagger a little bit when he's on, like whenever he kind of like trying to be intimidating. It's like, hey, no, fuck up. He kind of staggers, and you realize he does have like a half full bottle in his hand. Like it's like 8 a.m, and he's already looks like he's starting to get drunk.
Drunk already
he
or drunk
ever-
still?
That's fair. But like he's already been drinking.
Question: would you consider drunk a form of poisoned?
Ooh.
We did count it that way for monks being immune to poison. But that was also Celeste DMing, so.
Like, is alcohol
feel like I'm gonna say no until it becomes like it's killing you.
Right, alcohol poisoning level.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can't lesser restoration away his drunkenness.
No. It's kind of the
Okay.
same way that you can kill yourself and get a kind of water poisoning if you drink way too much water in one sitting. So it's like the water itself's not going to kill you initially. Like the alcohol, it's not going to kill you initially until you go way too far with it, and then it becomes
Gotcha.
alcohol poisoning.
So the poisoning in that point is okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Like if you
Counterpoint:
do
not
not
all poisons kill you. Some of them just make you very sick.
also isn't alcohol literally like you have an organ that's filtering it is the only reason it's not lethal poison?
I will accept your thing. I'm thinking about is
The
alcohol
logistics
poison.
of what is a poison. Cusco's poison designed specifically to kill Cusco.
this poor man, you got.
Would you
wait.
like to, if you want to just jump down, I will catch you so you do not have to climb down.
Oh, that one was worse. All right. You think I'm gonna trust you thieves, you hooligans? No. And he kind of like it's almost like he keeps starting to act up, and you see him kind of sit down, like he's kind of like scooching his way down the roof at first, like sitting down, just like I'm scooching. And he gets there, and he is not having an easy time with this. He like starts to hang off the side, crumbles down, like hits some of the boxes, and you just hear things kind of scatter everywhere. And he stumbles out. He's like lost his hat when he first comes out, and he just kind of staggers. Wait, hold on, wait a minute, hang on a second. And he goes back around the corner, and you hear him like push more of the crates and things out of the way, and he stumbles back out with the hat on his head. It's like, you. What are you doing in my house?
I don't believe we are in the house.
At my house. You deaf? You blind? That's
In
my-
one eye, but
we're just here to talk. That's all. That's all. Just talk.
You with the feds?
The who?
Do
Legally,
we
you have
look
to
at-
tell me.
what the fuck is a fed?
It was like, who?
Mm.
The eyes on your avatar thing doing the who as your
I want to size this guy up. Does he look like he's ever actually been a threatening figure, or is this
No.
all posturing? Okay.
You think that maybe in his youth, if he was not an alcoholic, he would not have been like a big build, but he might have had like an average athletic-ish build. But right now he's just kind of he looks like he's wasted away. He's a little bit older.
This is just sad now.
Yeah. Alcoholism is not a joke, kids.
Alcoholism is a
not.
disease, which means it takes a greater restoration to heal.
Yes.
Ooh.
That was going to be my next question. I just looked at my character sheet to see if diseased was something I could cure.
We were told you saw the monster attack come through or whatever.
Well, you guys actually want to hear what happened? You guys want to hear it for the truth.
We're always
Yes.
interested in the truth.
All right. Why didn't you say so? My house always welcome to the truth seekers. Come on in. And you watch as he kind of like goes past you and he gets on his knees and goes because it's not big. There's no room for another. And he sits there for a second and then he kind of shuffles back out and says, my house is not ready for guests. We just sit out here on the porch and talk. I feel like that. It's a nice morning for you. Want some beer?
I am
No,
okay.
thank you.
As I just kind of hold up my fucking metric gallon shit. My
Yes, we're all right for now.
portable barrel of. Would you like some Kafka?
I don't know what
Perhaps
that is.
after we receive the story.
That's true. It could kill you.
Sit down, sit down. I haven't gotten around to getting chairs. Oh, thank you. I haven't gotten chairs yet, so I am sorry for the discomfort. But like, sit around, listen for the tale, cause this shit is crazy.
I take back
Already
what you
so
said, though.
dubious about what we're going to hear.
Are we receiving information from like the Lebowski?
From the dude.
And this is just a human guy. Like, this is just a guy. But
At first, I was picturing like another kobold, and I was like, "This is too much."
no, it's just a human guy. But he kind of sits. He takes his seat, like getting kind of comfy. It looks like he's getting more uncomfortable, but he just kind of. All right. So it was at night. So it starts at night, right? And he goes in and he starts to tell you. I'm not gonna give the whole story because he rambles on and gives you a lot of like information. You're like, sometimes it's just like something about that is off, but like most of it. But essentially, what he tells you in his rambling story, where he occasionally gets derailed drinking alcohol, and he's like, "So this one thing," but he tells you that he was over here by like he was closer to the water, heading home after he had just been kicked out of the bar because he's not paying his tab, and he was kind of staggering, and he had noticed that the people had started to disappear. Like he was walking out of like the busy market, and there was all of a sudden there wasn't anybody there anymore. And he kept trying to look around, and he heard a lot of like a huge commotion, a bunch like noise and calamity and stuff going on. And when he tried to follow it, and as he came around one of the corners, he what he describes as a big two-headed lizard eating bugs. And he just goes like, so I saw it was like it was terrible. It was like eating itself, and then there was this big bug. It was terrifying. And then the bug was, and this is how he's telling the story. But he just he finds, yeah, and then suddenly this thing like collapses in. And then this weird person just kind of showed up over its dead body, and like I wasn't getting near that shit. There was some other people there. There was somebody in like a it's like in like a suit, but better. Like you see the big suits of armor, but then it's got all like this fancy shit on it. And then there was just a rabbit that was just like whoosh. I mean, a superhero and shit. It was wild, man. And they killed this big like two. It was like a dragon thing, but it didn't have wings, and it died. And then I didn't want to get caught in that. I was like, if those guys can take care of that thing, they can kill the fuck out of me, right? So I ran down the street, and then I stumbled into a person, and then I had to spend the night in jail because I was drunk.
That sounds like an unfortunate time.
That sounds rad as hell.
You said
I sure would have
someone
loved to have been there.
appeared over the corpse of this monster? Let's go back to that, shall we?
Wow. Wow. Well, they weren't, and then they were just like, wow, wow. You know? It was just
Teleport.
I suppose.
What did they look like?
I think it was a woman, but like I didn't want to get anywhere near that, so I didn't like try to get a closer look because like these hands ain't steady anymore. They kill the fuck out of me. Yeah, I'm not getting anywhere near that. But like nobody around here seems to believe me when I tell them that there was this big thing here.
You said the people disappeared.
Yeah, I kicked out
And
of the bar.
then the monsters. Did you see where the monster what direction it came from?
He like points at the water and then he points back towards town. I'm like, oh yeah, that way.
Does that line up with the damage to the warehouse?
It looks like it was in the same direction, but you don't know if that's exactly where it was. But it's a good starting guess. You're like, probably.
Did so you ran away after the person appeared over the dead body?
Yeah.
And that is when you left. So you do not know what happened to the dead body?
Well, I in the morning, I tried to go back and there was nothing there. No dead body, no blood, no nothing.
Um,
Above board, do we think that the water genasi that had something to do with the warehouse that was like renting property is associated with or one and the same with our mysterious watcher writing these journals? Was that a connection that we made, or
That's what we're believing, yes, because the note that we found in the warehouse, in the same handwriting as
yes, that's
the
right.
notes. So
And it also matched the fake name signature.
So yeah, nondescript woman appearing over the corpse of a monster that tore this building down, according to one rather dubious count, and then vanishing along with the corpse of a massive creature sounds like the sort of thing that our stalker would be interested in or capable of pulling off.
Well, you guys got started. You guys famous or some shit? That's rad as hell. Congrats, man.
it is rad as hell. Thank you.
We are actually famous for hunting weird monsters, appropriately enough.
That's too much for me. I ain't touching that. You gotta have fun with that.
Oh,
You're
I
still
do.
alive. You must be good at it. Or you're cowards. I don't know.
We've killed all of the ones we've run into so far.
Well, that's
Yeah.
more than I have, so
For
congrats.
sure, for sure. It is a dangerous path, not one for all to walk.
I got into a tug of war fight with a rat last week. It tried to steal my food and I lost.
Are you okay?
No. But bye.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What is he holding?
It's a nondescript jug that you're pretty sure he has never been washed and he's just been refilling.
Yukigon pushes the jug out of the way, puts his hands on his shoulders, and goes, think about everyone in your life who has ever cared about you. Would they want to see you like this, or would they want to see you better? And I'm going to give him Bardic Inspiration
Oh, that's so nice.
to try to quit drinking.
That is so nice.
I don't
And
know
then
what to
before
do
he
with
answers,
that. That's so
before he answers, I wander off. I don't care what his answer is. I'm just giving him the option.
So it seems either our friend or someone, our stalker, or someone associated with our stalker can teleport to.
No.
Soldier Boy had a
I got raided. Having a party.
Can teleport at least a little bit.
That's going to make things difficult.
The monster, perhaps. Is it reasonable for us to associate the disappearance of everyone with the monster, or is that like is there a reference in any of the shit that we were studying about like monsters with the ability to disappear people, or does it just seem like possibly like it was like maybe the streets just cleared when the monster showed up? But
The only thing that really comes to mind as like something that can disappear and reappear is blink dogs, but that's just themselves. You don't know of anything that would do that to like people.
the people around it.
And this
Yeah.
doesn't sound like any notes
Right.
from the book.
Well,
Mhm.
I mean, what's his face's black dog was able to take people away, but this doesn't sound like that at all.
Hmm.
So this guy who lives at the junkyard doesn't know Khaki Bugman who runs the junkyard.
You have no idea. You haven't asked.
Well, he just said
He
just
said
called him
there was
eating
a
bug.
bug.
He
He's
just
eating a
said
bug.
eating a bug. He didn't say
Yeah.
eating the guy who owns the junkyard.
So above board, he doesn't know Khaki Bugman.
At the very
Does
at the-
anyone really know Khaki Bugman? Does Khaki Bugman know Khaki Bugman?
Khaki
He may
Bugman
or
met
may
the
not
Khaki
know.
Bugman before him.
But you do know that at least from the distance that he was at, he couldn't make out. Like the same way he was like, I think it was a woman. I saw a big bug. I saw a rabbit.
And presumably there are more bug people than just Khaki. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's just like, I saw it eating
All with
big
the last
bugs."
name Bugman.
And also, presumably, I would think Khaki Bugman walking around being all bipedal and hey is not going to be the same as like flailing limbs everywhere, biting out the tongue of a
I don't know. I
partial
do kind of
hydra.
picture him as the bite comes down. He's like, "Hey,
With his mouth full, just "Arr,
I'm walking in."
what are you doing? No, he absolutely went fucking feral, but like it was also pitch black and this guy was blacked out drunk, so I could
Yo,
believe it.
Hondo.
That, for some reason, my brain has decided that Khaki Bugman's voice is just Beetlejuice when he was small.
No, his voice is just Zorak.
It's raspy.
But
Hey.
Shut up, Rack.
Yeah,
yeah,
one.
that to me that just sounds like small Beetlejuice, like when he's on the table.
Hmm.
You know?
It's not as
Sippy cup
high
Beetlejuice.
pitched.
I don't have a point of reference for any of
I don't-
these
yeah, I-
things.
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
along for the ride.
I don't know.
I don't know about
I've never
Zora, but
seen
I didn't.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah. I'm sad. I'm sad.
Why?
Anyway,
What?
because it's such a good movie. Anyway, but back to the thing. If you have, I highly recommend anybody who's not seen Beetlejuice. It's so much fun.
I think it's been said at least 3 times now, though, so we might not have a choice in the matter. I do know that detail.
At
Pick that
least
up
the
from
fact
cultural osmosis.
that you live close enough to me, you don't have a choice. Sounds a little bit more difficult.
I would say I've seen it a bunch of times.
But that's what that's the information he has to offer for you.
Yeah.
Mm.
Does he have a name or no?
He doesn't give you one.
Yeah.
You
It's
can
lost.
ask him if you'd like.
I don't care. I'm sorry, Dukagon doesn't care.
Was that the first time that she's turned into a volcano, or
No, this is the third
That's
time
okay.
she caught on fire.
I guess I missed it the previous 2 times.
Amos, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here. I thought I was muted for a
Your
Okay.
second.
VTuber was
I had to
freaking
check.
out, like your
Oh.
VTuber was just making the face of like when like Rick Sanchez is just going out and he just kind of stops and just kind of starts drooling.
I think I looked down for a
Anyway,
second.
Morty.
You got caught on fire for a couple
You
times.
got caught on fire.
Oh
You
yeah,
had an emoji
it's
explosion.
the chat is setting off all the emotes and stuff.
Oh, the chat can do that. Excellent.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
That
Sorry.
makes more sense. It's not just a random
You also,
occurrence.
you also just weren't talking. You also weren't saying anything. So we're just making sure you're still here and
Yeah.
audible.
Yeah, I'm just
'cause
listening. She
it
got
is
him to
very
start
on
talking,
brand
but
to not be heard.
that's true. I don't think Lily was like this drunk person. I don't know what to do with this guy. Like, she's used to like Fyodor level of drinking, not.
Fyodor is a functioning drinker.
Yes.
He's a little unstable and a bit of an alcoholic.
I hope him the best on his future, but I also am not going to protect him from the consequences of his own actions.
Fair enough.
Cool.
Where do you guys want to go from here?
I mean, I imagine if he was the very rambling, we were probably almost late for work now.
That's true.
Yeah, it's rush over there.
Yep.
Dukagon does not go. No, never mind. That's dumb. Dukagon will go to work. That's fine.
I mean, because like we can't force us to come back. It's like we just said
No.
that we probably would be back.
If you come back, you're gonna get paid again, but you don't have to go back to work if you don't want to. You could also go do other things if you needed to get other things done.
But I just don't think we have anything else to do.
Yeah, I don't think our schedule's that tight.
The only other thing we would need to do is find out more information on the creature that is attacking ships.
Which I think we got a bite mark and we got a scale, and we got a claw mark and we got a scale, and everything else is just going to be sailor's tales.
You said you
So
saw the
every
scale.
time we ask a person, it's going to
Nobody
tell
grabbed
us it's
it.
bigger than it was before.
Sorry.
Yeah. That's another thing we can do. It's like dig for clues. But yeah, we could go work.
Let's go
If
work.
you guys, I'm not gonna like describe out. You guys, you head off to work. You about the same thing you did the day before, and doing your various different jobs. Following around Pete, actually giving words to his silent, the usual. And you get the same gold you got yesterday. You guys are given today as you leave, and the workday ends at about 5 o'clock. And you guys still have the evening, unless there was something you guys wanted to do while here.
I do not embezzle today.
Okay, noted.
Should we
Good.
check in? Should we ask the captain if he's going to make a return trip and if he can like stop by and pick us back up where he drops us off?
Not yet.
I was saying, can we?
Oh, you can, yeah.
We
You
should
guys
probably
remember
do
how
that.
much gold we all got?
Seems like a good idea.
I got 8
I
last
know
time.
you had the most.
I didn't write down what I gave you. I hoped you guys would remember.
Mine was easy because I had no money before that.
Yeah, I don't recall.
I also lost my pencil.
That's okay.
Fyodor, 8. Duca. Did I write it? I feel like I said it somewhere. I guess not.
We're probably not going to need to spend it this session, so we can figure it out between now and then.
We'll just finish the recap. Damn it, John.
We can always check the VOD later. Anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Finish the
I was gonna
VOD.
check the VOD.
But
We'll go to
we'll wrap it up
vaudeville.
later. Yeah. You guys will get the same that you did last time. Are you guys gonna go talk to the boat captain? The Triton?
Say, I mean, I
illicit
don't have like a full like RP to like in
the
mind,
reason
but
I
just
say
like the ask. I was just gonna ask him.
is because you guys saw the scale, like you guys noticed the stuff on there, but nobody retrieved that. You guys haven't talked to any of the other ships about what they've seen.
That's
So
true.
I wasn't sure if you guys wanted to make the dock a thing, or if we
That's
wanted to just
fair.
move on to the next day of like departure.
I mean, we're already here. I'm not like.
May as well.
I say I'm not gonna be fronting that one because I have a charisma. Oh, my charisma's 14. That's right.
Yeah,
And
you're
I'm
a warlock.
Yeah. So
We have equivalent charisma.
for sure. Yeah, we can do that. If anybody else has anything else. I thought about going shopping, but I don't think there's anything that I need.
So you guys make your way back towards the docks. It's later in the evening. It's not quite as busy as everything's kind of starting to settle down. Workday's ended for most people. Even the docks seem a lot chiller than they were like during the middle of the day when everything's coming in and
That's
going out and everything
rude.
else. So as you guys kind of get up to the boat, there's still people on it. Like some of the crew is still on there. Some of them are probably in town doing what sailors do best.
Getting
Oh.
tattoos.
Oh.
Swearing, apparently, if the idioms, if the similes are to be.
Well, I said being whores because that's the joke is that well that's the joke, but the sailor has a girl in every town. Yeah. But yeah, as you guys kind of head up onto the deck of the ship, the door is not shut all the way. It's cracked open a little bit to the captain's quarter, but the light is on, so it seems like he is inside if you wanted to go speak with him. However, you do, with everything kind of settled down, you do have a chance to get a closer look at everything has been repaired at this point, but you can definitely tell where there has been like new wood put in and at least where it used to be. I would like for one person to roll perception for me. I almost said perspective.
Not it.
I'll do it.
Probably Lilia.
Lilia's is probably the best.
I
Yeah.
have plus
Yeah,
eight.
looking.
Wait, oh, yeah.
Whoever
Yeah.
is going to roll the perception will not go in and speak with the captain.
So if Duca has a +8,
I only have. I
I'm
have
good
a
with standing
5.
guard if you want Duca in the conversation.
I don't
need to
talk to the captain. I don't.
Oh
I
yeah,
have to
then
talk
you
to the captain.
by all means then you can roll and stand guard.
can I help?
No, you're going in the thing. It's
No.
fine. I got this. I'm a +8.
Wait.
Oh, knock on some wood. Don't say things like that.
Did you roll a nat 20 or a nat 1? A 1?
Oh no!
You
I
should have
knocked
taken
on
the
the wood.
headline.
Plus
I tried to
called
warn you.
it.
I knocked on the
Tried to
wood,
warn
too.
you. Make your
You
own
dumb
inspiration out of
fuck.
that.
Damn.
Damn. I
It's a
deserve
nice
that.
night out.
I mean, that's
You
still a
can see-
9.
It's a nice night out. You gotta stand out here. Chill. You do notice there is a boat coming into dock, which is a little late for it, but there's just that. Everything else seems really chill. Nobody is. Yeah.
Duke, I guess with a 9 is just like sketching the boat itself and like the different mechanisms operate the boat. Ever since he was at the junkyard, he's been like, I could build a boat.
Good.
So as the rest of you kind of head in just to kind of get the last bit of try and get that information, you kind of push the door in and
I mean,
you
we
leave it
knock
open.
first.
Okay. Fine. He tells you to come in to shut the door behind you. And as you guys kind of push the door in and let it kind of shut behind you, you see he's sitting at that big desk that he had out, but the map has been kind of like the map. You can't really see the map of everything that he's got covering the desk. He's got the big log book that he's got out, and he's got several like notes and papers and stuff that are out on the desk, and he has a jar with something shiny in it sitting on the corner that he occasionally just kind of like picks it up, flips it around and puts the jar back and is like writing something down. He's like, "We're not leaving until the morning. What can I do for you? What do you need? Are you adding more people or are you not into the ride? What's happening? Sorry, it's been a long day."
We were making accommodations at the inn for our horse, and we needed to know roughly if you would be making a return trip, if we would be able to get picked up on that, and like figure out like a rough timeline so that we know how much to pay in advance and stuff like that.
I'm not
And
coming
also,
back
like,
up this way.
so he's not coming back up this way?
I've gone as far north as I'm going to go for the shipment. I have another shipment that I'm picking up at the town below, depending on how long I have to be there for repairs. As if I can't get out, hopefully, if I do, it'll be less damage than this time, because I cannot afford to do that a second time right now. And I have another shipment scheduled that's even further south. I will not be passing back through.
And you're picking up that second shipment, the town south of here, after the time that you'd be dropping us off, or
Yes. I am dropping you off at a halfway point, and then I keep going.
okay,
That was the plan.
we should be able to secure other passage then. I don't think it'll work with your timetable. That's very good.
If
That's
you
what we
can
need.
flag down a ship, I don't know too many captains who'd want to dock anywhere near there.
I mean, worst case scenario, we just hoof it.
Yes. Perhaps we should put a little more money down for Ivan's stay.
Do you happen to know the distance between Banshee? You can't have a knife. Banshee has a knife.
Oh no.
Do we know like the? Do you know roughly the physical distance from that point? Like where? I guess we could ask Duke of that one because it's cartography. But I was just gonna say, like, if we could figure out how long it would probably take us to walk as opposed to take the ship.
I was like, it'll take you a few days by the ship. It could take you about a week or so to get back on foot. But that's as the eagle, as the raven, the eagle, as the bird flies.
I believe
And
crow is typically the expression I hear.
one of the birds, I don't know why my brain always goes, the eagle, it's America.
As the flamingo flies.
Yeah.
As the
But-
ostrich.
oh no. But it was like, but that's not taking into account whatever the hell's in that forest.
Noted. Because we paid for 8 weeks, so
Mm-hmm. Well,
I can help make it an even 10. I don't mind.
8 might be enough. You might not make it out alive. Who's to say? Then you
we
won't
are
need to
to
go.
say. That's true. We will not need
You
Ivan
said it's
if
a
we.
week trek from the point in the forest back up. Like if we went along the beach.
No, if you went from like point A to point B straight line, no
Uh-huh.
stopping, 1
Uh-huh.
week on foot. But there is so much fucky shit because it's about the same distance that you guys went from here to the keep. I
Okay.
think. Yeah, but that again, that's not taking into account it's a forest and also whatever the hell's in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
no roads there, and like there'd be probably some steep climbing that's better walked around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because so many people tend to avoid it, nobody's really sure exactly what to expect in there,
Yeah.
just that it's dangerous.
But also, like, if it's a few days of ship, that means we have a few days before we're even at 1 week. So that would mean we would still have like almost 2 months to get back to town.
Sure.
I was like, because it'll take you
Unless there's some Fey stuff and time goes weird.
Well, and that if
Well, at
Faye
that point,
stuff
we're already fucked, and we'll just come buy Ivan back.
or Ivan's distant descendants. Ivan the Eighth. This horse has been in my family for generations.
So cool, good to know. That is all I would needed from you.
Mm.
What the fuck is that? Actually, can I before I ask that abruptly, can I try to like identify in some way with the thing on the desk that he like keeps looking at? What am I rolling? And is it related
Roll.
to any of the things that I get advantage on?
You can roll investigation.
Is it related to any of the things that I get advantage on?
I don't know what you get advantage on. I don't have that as a list.
Fae, Fiend, and Undead.
If it's those things, then no.
Cool. That is just investigation.
Yep.
Shit. I am not proficient in investigating. That is what Ducha is for.
Yeah, but Duka wanted to draw pretty pictures.
Well, Ducha wanted to do something else. He just failed. Then that's a 12.
You don't really recognize it at first glance, but as he kind of like when he kind of futzes with it, you see that kind of like sheen to it, and you recognize that it was whatever was stuck in the side of the ship when they were doing repairs.
It is the scale we did not pick up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's got it. He's got it in a jar for some reason.
Why do you have the scale in a jar?
You would do if you went to pick it up and it shocked you.
Mmm.
I am making a note of this.
Yeah, it'd be wise to.
Could just shot in the dark here. Could we take this to study for a moment? Try to figure out whatever
don't
can be
see-
figured out from it.
I don't see
Or are
why
you
not.
cool? Excellent.
I'd like
I
to
just-
have it back, but I have no
we will
fucking
not.
clue where it's from.
We will not destroy it in the investigation process. Have a good rest of your night. And I just walk out.
I'll follow.
Doga, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Cool. We have the scale. It is electrified. Apparently,
That's
this monster, the monster has electrical scales. But in case you wanted to, like, it's still in the jar. I took the jar.
Yeah,
But,
I opened the jar and I touched the scale.
You like as soon as you open it, before you even come in contact with it, you feel that like staticky energy, kind of like when you've been on the trampoline and like you can feel it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as you like you get close enough, and it just kind of like it jumps and zaps you.
Hmm. Cool. Can we? Is this ours? Can we?
no,
keep
he
it?
wants it back. We can as like
Son
a
of a-
trophy or something. So we cannot
Alright,
destroy
well,
it,
we're
but
going to
we
need
are
to get
allowed to
more.
study it.
We're going to need to get more. We can attach these to your knuckles, your knuckle weapons. We can make armor out of it or a shield. A shield would be rad.
Didn't I pick? Don't I
It is
cause lightning?
It's a single scale about this big. This big.
We get more of them and make.
I'm giving you descriptors. Shut
Oh,
up
my
for a
bad.
minute.
Hmm.
Damn, Duke. The scale is about this big. And as you kind of tumble it around, it's got this almost like metallic-ish, like yellowish metallic sheen to it with green towards the pointed end.
It is a
Mm.
thunderstone.
I don't
Now you
like
can talk.
don't like the fact that it's electrical. That makes me
Hey,
nervous.
Do not be
this
nervous. Just do not
that
get
reminds
shot.
me of something out of character, and it makes me want to ask if I can roll in character to do some sort of like nature check on it, because that
Yeah.
feels a bit draconic.
Roll a nature check.
18.
That's a bronze dragon scale.
That's the bronze dragon scale.
Why would a
Oh.
bronze dragon attack the ship?
Dragons can be territorial. I've never encountered one myself, but there are plenty of stories.
Now,
They also tend to enjoy treasure. Perhaps they wanted something the ship was carrying. I couldn't speak to motivation, though. They're intelligent creatures.
because you are like descended of white dragons
There's some
or spiritually connected to a white dragon or something?
yes, there's some debate. Long ago, my people worshipped dragons as gods. That
Gotcha.
tradition has been abandoned for some time, but there's knowledge has been passed down.
What
Tradition.
do the bronze ones like?
Do I know what the bronze one's like?
You know that the bronze dragons, they, at least from what you've heard, they're they really like to collect shiny things. They are not as like sociable as some of the other dragons, but they're like some of the older ones have been seen like polymorphed waddling about.
Sure, yeah, I'll convey that. Some of the strongest ones are capable of changing their form, and often they'll use this ability as well as their natural strength. And, well, they are amphibious, so one
But
attacking a ship is not unheard of.
Well, I feel like though, should somebody have like if your ship gets attacked by a dragon, you tend to recognize that, right? They're pretty recognizable, like
You would
silhouettes at least.
think, unless they wanted to conceal what had done this for some reason, either to
The dragon is trying to frame the sea creatures.
oh, well, not exactly what I meant. Potentially, and I keep my voice down, the crew of the ship might not want people to know that it was a dragon who attacked them, either to
Mm.
allay fears amongst the other seafaring peoples of this village, or perhaps there are some local superstitions they wish to avoid. It could be worth looking into.
This should be something we could confront him about directly once we are already on the ship. Because if we push our luck with this, he might refuse to take us where we need to go.
I agree with you.
So just very casually, he's dropping us off. It's like, oh, by the way, why were you attacked by a dragon? Thank you for the lift.
It's
5
also
stars on
probably
Uber.
yeah, it's also probably safer not to bring it up until we can be assured of sort of how things move on board.
For sure, for sure.
Mm.
If somebody around here if a dragon is pretending to be a person, can anybody here like figure that out? Can we sense that? Does anybody have? I know we all do weird shit.
My
Does
divine
anybody?
sense wouldn't cover it, but I might be able to look for signs if dragons are a thing I know a lot
I
about.
say yeah,
So
because I don't
Detect
have any.
magic picks up polymorph, doesn't it?
maybe it is.
If
So
it
I
is
don't
not,
know. It's a spell-like ability. I think is how older editions of D&D phrased it. I would say it's up to Bane because it is kind of an
it's
intrinsic
more
ability.
it's more of an innate thing that once they reach a certain age, dragons can do.
gotcha.
At least is
So
my
like,
understanding.
so like, detect magic wouldn't tell us if like a changeling was doing their thing.
Yeah.
Same
So I
way
would
as
have to
that.
have like it would have to be like true seeing.
Right.
Because it's
Yeah, that is
Which
that
is
is one
like
of
a
the
tier
functions of
level.
True Seeing.
because at least how I put it is not like they can't turn into anything. It's like, yeah, no, this is what I would look like as a person.
Yeah.
Gotcha. They could just cast Gaijinka on themselves.
Yeah.
I'm making
Well,
a note
fuck.
for the spell Gaijinka.
The
Jinka
races
fuck.
they tend to take the form of usually depends on the area that the dragon has been spending time around.
Mm,
So like if like a dragon grew up near elves, their polymorphing would look more like an elf than it would a human kind of thing.
gotcha. Oh
Yeah,
man. So if there was one up by us, it would look like some sort of goblinoid.
Yeah.
A goblinoid dragon.
bronzes are my favorite of the metallics. So when you said metallic going into a green tip and then it was lightning and it was underwater, just
Yeah.
nice.
Although there is also the I think I'm gonna start. I'm saying this as we're like probably like leaving the ship.
Mhm.
Sure.
Did you give the scale back, or are you leaving with it?
Oh right. I mean, I give it back.
Oh. Yeah.
But I'm probably like along the lines of like, there is also, however, the very real possibility that if the ship has done something to, like, is the fact that some dragons are good and some dragons are evil, like, is that still like a thing, or is this world more morally flexible than that?
It is more. It is definitely more nature versus. It's definitely it's more nurture versus nature than anything. So how something is raised is going to affect how it is. But there
Not all
are
metallic dragons are good, and not all.
and not all. Yeah.
Chromatic or bad? Okay.
Right. However, if this was a, let's say, good aligned dragon attacking the ship because they were like carrying drugs or something,
That's
and
what I
if
was about
like
to ask. Is I was like,
right,
if they did something that could cause a dragon to attack them,
right, or even if the like prevailing theory, like if this if this village has like legends about dragons being like good guys and like avenging the innocent and stuff, and then they say, "Hey, we were attacked by a dragon," that might draw scrutiny to them because they'd be like, "Why though?" You know.
yeah.
So
Well,
whether the
that's what
dragons are good or
Theodore's just
not,
done.
yeah.
Is why though? Did
Mhm.
they steal something from a dragon? Are they carrying something that the
But it does
dragon
seem like
wanted?
a lot of ships have been attacked lately, and the fish are disappearing, and presumably these aren't
Hmm.
all drug dealers.
Shit.
So maybe
Fuck,
the
we might
dragon
have a
is
mutated dragon.
disguising itself,
A
and we might have a mutated
mutated
dragon.
bronze
A
dragon.
fucking mutated bronze dragon. Fuck. I'm
Yeah,
so
could be why they
excited.
didn't recognize it for what it is.
We should also ask Quiet Stephanie about how the town feels about dragons.
Thank you.
Quiet Stephanie. The most powerful of.
Most
Yes.
powerful of us all, Quiet Stephanie.
I think based on the evidence we have, it seems more likely we're dealing with another mutation here, and it's a problem. But Zarkra, being the suspicious little gremlin she is, cannot dismiss the possibility that this crew is hiding something and they know more than they're letting on. So she will not stop entertaining that.
For
Going to
sure.
remain open to both possibilities.
Good, good. Should always be open. Oh yeah, we were gonna ask other people, but I think like the workday is over, so like
Mhm.
And you leave at first light.
we do not have time. Unless we just happen. Oh wait, no. Some of the people who would finish working today would be at the tavern drinking.
Yeah, there'd be people at bars and things like that.
Just
Like it's
walk
the
in there,
evenings, but
just
it's like
slam your hands on the table, and just like, what do you know or think about dragons? What are your thoughts? Give me pictures of spider dragon.
I am doing
You guys-
podcast about dragons.
you guys can absolutely go to one of the closest tavern.
Hey,
They tend to get
cheers, eh?
pretty heavy business with all the boats coming in and all the crew. Are just,
How
"Hey,
about
ready."
them dragons, eh?
Is that where you guys would like to go and try to talk to some locals?
Yes.
Or I guess not
Yeah.
locals, but sailors.
For sure, for sure. I'm going to stop talking. I have talked too much.
So you guys make your way in.
You're fine.
You guys kind of make your way over and into this tavern, and it's a little rowdy in here. They're like like they seem to be having a good time. People are drinking. There's a little group of three up on the stage that are they're doing their music. People, I mean, it seems pretty chill. Like people are having a good time, and there are plenty of people to ask. There's an older gentleman up by the bar who he seems to be keeping more away from the people, but he's not like excluding himself. He's kind of like half leaned on the bar, just kind of watching the younger folks like dance and yay, cheers, you know.
For sure.
Are there people? There's people dancing.
Mhm.
Lily's
They're
gonna be
dancing
like,
in that like drunken of like they've got their arms on. They're just like hey, hey, you know.
Lily's like, that looks like fun. Just gonna go.
Bars over here. If you're wanting to get a drink, come talk to me first.
She's
As
gonna go
there's
start
just
dancing with the people. She doesn't need alcohol. Just dance with them.
that's fine. as you are called over by a bartender that looks like a half-orc woman.
Hello. Hey, lady.
Oh, don't make
God,
me change what she is.
fucking no! I just fucking Bugberry Lewis would be fucking.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
There's one. I have one coworker who knows who the fuck that is, and I wasn't expecting it because I don't know why. I just fucking love yelling, "Hey, lady!" And he yelled it back, and I'm like, "You would know that one." And he's like, "Hell yeah!" But no, I don't do any of that I just said. Fyodor's not that guy. But I will go over because we're going to be on a ship for a long time, and I plan to drink a lot.
That's fair. Yeah.
Feel like with my alchemy knowledge, I feel like Fyodor knows how to make his own Kafka, like because when he knows he's traveling, he's like learned how to make it himself. Because like who the fuck else in the village is gonna
Why
make
we
it?
had
But,
just like we brought 2 months worth of Kafka with us from the house.
yeah, and he's also brought like preserved ingredients for making more, but like it's
Yeah.
so I think he might actually try to get like sorry, I moved my thing over here. I'm looking at you all sideways now. I do think he's gonna go up and he's gonna get like various like whatever they have that's distilled, and he's just gonna try and get a growler, but like a bugbear growler. So like one of those like like those water jugs that they have in like the water coolers that they have in office buildings worth of like just like Everclear.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
you want the jeez.
I want like I don't want like I'm like I would like about a me-sized amount. I kind of gesture with like water cooler size bottle of a like size growler of whatever you have that would kill a weaker man.
I mean, I can fill one up for you, man, and it's gonna be a pretty penny. That stuff ain't cheap. It's like caviar. You don't usually sell it out by big bunches of it, you know?
Her accent has changed since we met her.
Probably.
Oh, this isn't Quiet Stephanie.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think it was.
You guys went to a tavern. You didn't go back to the inn. This is a half-orc woman. This is not the furball Quiet Stephanie.
Uh-huh. I knew that.
You were
John
testing.
missed that part.
Someone knew it. But yeah, it's
What would that
57.
cost me?
I'll go.
Did you
fill
say
it up for
50
you.
silver?
Yeah.
That's half a gold?
Yeah.
That is
No, I think it's 5 gold. Right?
Is
Because
it?
silvers are
I
like
thought it was
dimes if golds are
100.
dollars.
I thought it was like
100 coppers is a gold.
Oh, it's in a base 10 system of currency, so it actually makes fucking sense. Shaky man.
Yeah,
I did
coppers
not
are
realize
pennies,
that.
silvers are dimes, golds are dollars. You can think of it like that. Except golds are a lot more valuable than dollars in most D&D
I was gonna say, I
economies.
feel like I have an easier time thinking of it as a base 10 system than trying to equate it to any
Okay.
of our money.
My brain was going. It's like 100. It's like 100
Pennies are
copper
copper
for
and
one
dimes are
silver.
silver then.
100 silver for one copper for one. That
However
makes
it
a lot more
works.
money sense.
So I will let you decide how much that is. If you want it to be the one way, like it's whatever, it's your world. However it works,
Yeah, it's your
that's how
world.
it works. But so, do you want to stick with what you said?
Let's just make it 1 gold. Let's make it a gold.
Make it 1 gold for easier. There we go.
Mhm.
See,
For my
Celeste, you questioned the
sanity.
currency, and now the price went up. You just caused
Yeah.
inflation.
Do
You're
you
what's
want me to
wrong
give
with
you a gold for it?
Zarkra.
No. I made more money than the rest of you, so I feel okay paying more money than the rest of you.
Man, I wish our biggest problem in America was kobolds.
I wish our biggest problem in America was anything easier.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I'm gonna drop a gold. I will just very casually just here.
She takes it and she pulls out like It looks like it's basically a barrel that they've kind of attached a handle to. And you watch as she goes over.
I got the super big gulp.
Yeah. And she just with her bare hands, she catches that little plug and just cracks it open. Like normally you see it, they have to like wedge it open, like pop it open. She just full bare hand cracks it open and just don't
Why
die.
did you open it? I needed it to go. Like that's why I say the growler. So like it's a carryable to go container.
I don't know what a growler is.
I don't either.
Oh,
I
a
was
growler is a
picturing
to-go.
a
It's a growler is like a
stein.
to-go bottle.
I was
It's a
picturing a
jug.
stein.
It's like a jug, yeah.
Oh.
No, I wanted it portable. I wanted to like take it with me.
Why didn't you tell me?
I thought I did because I used the word growler. I'm sorry, I didn't know that you didn't know what that was.
I have no idea what a fucking growler.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Except
It's a
that's just
Pokemon
an
that evolves into
angry animal.
Arcanine.
It's a to-go jug.
Okay.
They're called growlers because the air would escape through the lid and it would sound grrr.
I've been sent a thing. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so she'll head out. I'm gonna retcon it then. Change it. You pay the gold. She heads towards the end of the bar. There are stacks of crate, and you can see that there's like hay sticking out. And she reaches in and she does pull out like one of these like jugs of it, and she places it down. And there's like, I mean, don't drink it all in one sitting, but also
For sure.
do what you want. Do what you want.
I would say I mostly because I figured you do not carry Kafka here because it is a weird northern moonshine type thing. So
No, we don't got
would
that
you
here.
like to try some?
I appreciate it. Maybe another time. I don't drink on the job.
Okay. And I just walk up, just like to the right back to the others. Just well, I have my supplies for the trip.
Lilia is still
Just
just
like a backpack.
making merry with everybody.
It matches Lilia's like fucking water barrel she used to have to carry around. It's actually what it is. We dumped that out because the baby it can breathe air now, so he just has a
Yeah.
wearable. Yeah.
Lily, you're just kind of you're at some point you end up in the middle of the line. Everybody's just kind of like swinging with the dads. You're just like, this is great. What are we? Everybody's just so happy. And you're just having a good time. When the song finally ends and they start to pick up another one, they all kind of break apart. At some point, you realize that they've picked you up. You're crowd surfing the like 5 people that are up here. You don't get far before you end up back on the ground, but you did end up at some point.
Just having a great time.
Awesome.
You guys came to ask questions.
Yeah.
Would you like to speak with one of the patrons? Do you want to speak to the bartender? Do you want to try to overhear people? What's your plan?
If no one else has what they're doing, Dukagod is trying to is sitting at a table, his nose in his book, still drawing ships. He's still trying to design his dream ship. But is, listening to all of the conversations, trying to get like an ear on kind of general sense for just, whatever's going on, especially like hushed voices.
You can roll perception for me because you're just kind of you're not looking for anything. You're not looking at or trying to figure out anything specific. You're just trying to see if you can pick up on anything.
Can I give myself guidance?
Can you?
The cantrip.
As far as I know, you can.
Like I don't have all your stuff.
Much better. That's much better than the last Perception roll.
Well, I mean, I don't think that can get worse.
It literally mathematically cannot be worse.
24.
Mm. Okay, cool.
Does anyone in here have a heart murmur that I just heard?
So as you're kind of sitting there, computer, no, is not the time. Fuck you. As you're kind of sitting there drawing, no, people, they seem to leave you alone for the like. They're like, you're doing your own thing. You're not bothering us. Why are we gonna bother you? They just kind of leave you alone and let you do your own little thing. As you're sitting there drawing, and it's hard to hear over most of the like everything going on. You've got the music going and the dancing and everything, and you do like it all just kind of drowns together like a white noise. But you do when you're kind of just like there's nothing important. You pick up on that key word at like from one of the far tables where there seems to be a couple sailors. They don't look like they're all that familiar with each other. Like they probably came off of different ships and things like that, but they're kind of sitting around talking like fishermen do with their tails, and they're talking about you hear that something about fighting off some big monster. And as you kind of you almost like pause for a second, listen into it, and like they're talking about like none of them ever mention seeing the head of whatever it is, but like it had the claws of like a whole Steve, and it just kind of down the side of the. We're I shot that. I was so brave. I shot that thing, but like it got away. You see the scales on that mother? And they're just kind of comparing back. So I was like, oh yeah. Well, I actually stabbed its toe with my knife. It flipped my boat over. I mean, we flipped it back, but it flipped my boat. And there's one guy who's like, I seen it. Did you? No.
Aw, just wanted to be included.
I was
But they seem
there,
to be
man.
they seem to be trying like swapping like you recognize that they are talking about the creature, but they seem to be gradually exaggerating more and more the story of their encounters.
Checks out.
Am I able to glean um any sort of like utilitarian truth out of the nonsense that they're spitting?
It sounds from what it sounds like, the attacks are not like a wild like it doesn't sound like the Kraken kind of thing where like it comes out and it tries to sink the ship. It sounds almost calculated because again nobody saw its face. It's always trying to like drag down, like there's always claws on the sides. It's just kind of like something is trying to drag the boat down, but it's never coming up to fight. So they're whenever they talk about it, they're always talking about attacking its claws.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I want to do with that. I don't know that I want to.
I will give you one more little thing.
Sure.
Is that one of the guys who he's not a sailor. He's kind of he almost seems like kind of frustrated with the sailors. He looks like he's one of the ship repairman, like part of that crew. There's a couple of them that are sitting at a different table, just kind of like playing cards and chatting and complaining about like coming in. Yeah, I was like, it's been a longer day. Like the pay is nice, but like I'd like to be home with my family sometimes. And it's just busy all the time. And one of them mentions is like, yeah, tomorrow's gonna be real shit. Did you see the state of that boat that came in this evening? Half their mast is just gone, singed down. I don't want to fuck with that. You gotta remove the whole, and then they start talking about like how they're gonna take the whole mast out, put a new. It's a whole mess.
Singed.
Oh.
Hmm.
I don't hear any of that. I'm buying alcohol.
Dancing.
Well, none of that's good. None of that's good for us.
No.
Soon may.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. At the end of the night, I'll relay everything that I heard, but for
Yeah.
right now, I'm just letting them enjoy themselves.
If there's anything else you guys would like to do, otherwise you can just enjoy your time here before retiring for the evening.
I don't suppose anybody wants to bet money to arm wrestle me. Any of these sailors want to?
I guess that depends on how you want to drum it up.
I don't. It
Yeah.
seems like the kind of thing that a drunk sailor would try to, like, find the biggest looking guy in the room and be like, arm wrestle me.
Fyodor's like expecting it. He's like a little disappointed. No one's come up to challenge him to an arm wrestle.
Lelia accidentally bumps into the like grumpiest, like biggest looking guy in
It's just
there.
Fyodor.
Yeah,
Other
we
than
brought him with
Fyodor.
us, Lilia. Can't believe you forgot his name.
Other than Fyodor.
Lelia, you are usually so agile and dexterous. I did not expect you to trip so easily.
I'm just not paying attention. This is fun.
I'm
I
glad
got
you were having a
excited.
good time. But yeah, no, I don't have to start a thing.
That's fair. All right. Yeah. So you guys just
I would actually rip a guy's arm off. So
with how much fun, like you guys decide to stay just a little bit longer, just to let Lily have a little bit more fun with all these. Keep an eye on her, definitely, but like you're just letting her have some fun, letting her let loose before you guys get crammed into a boat. Just kind of.
how's Zarkra doing? Because this is a bunch of people in a very close space.
I've got my little corner. I'm okay.
Cool.
Fair.
I've had a nice bath recently. This, this
I'm
business
gonna
with the
have another
dragon
one of
has me a
those
little
before bed.
nervous, but yeah.
I was gonna say, is it nervous in like a this is dangerous, or is it nervous in like a oh, what do you do if you meet God?
Well, Zarkra doesn't really have that, like, she doesn't have a religious reverence for dragons. She has a
They're powerful.
sensible reverence for dragons, right?
Gotcha.
Like you should be afraid of the ocean, whether you believe it's there's a deity living in it or not, you know.
For sure.
That's fair. You guys have your fun. You've kind of got some information to roll over in your head as you guys head back to the inn and kind of, you get cleaned up, you get situated because it's like a night to just kind of take a deep breath and relax because it's gonna be hell from here on
Because
by
we
the
have a flight
sounds
to
of what.
catch at like 5 a.m.
Yeah, and you are starting to get a more upsettingly clear image of what you're sailing into.
Are we? Are we? Are we fighting a dragon? So that what's happening
Yeah,
here?
possibly.
I don't. I don't love that.
Hear me out though. Right? They even if it is a dragon, if it was like the world-ending, like gigantic monstrosities of fearful legend dragons, we would not have this many ships coming back. Like they're coming back broken, but they're still making it back. So it's not like it's going to be
Some of them.
some of them. Yeah, like if this was a fuck all ancient ass dragon, then like it would not try to sink the ship. It would succeed.
Yeah.
He's kind of where Fyodor's at. He's like,
Yeah.
I've heard about dragons. I don't know the specifics, but like if it was like the, godlike, super monsters, then these ships would not be coming back at all.
Well, as terrible as it still is, I guess that makes me feel a little better.
I would say, and these are just like sailors. These are not trained fighters like some of us are. So
They might know more about fighting on boats than we do, though. We should be cautious and take that into account.
They
They
do
are
still
probably
have to
bet-
deal with pirates and things.
they also have to deal with pirates and things, but what I'm saying is they are not monster hunters.
That is true.
So if we have a smuggler's ship and his his entourage plus us
Plus 4 undefeatable warriors.
plus 4 undefeatable warriors, like if just the sailors can make it back alive, then a bunch of sailors plus us will be fine. We are practically gods.
Oh dear.
Only we're actually still, affecting the world and we still matter. We are not dead or missing.
When you pray to us, occasionally we answer.
If somebody were to actually to my face pray for me to do a thing, I'm probably going to fucking do it, Like that's
I
just
feel
the
like
ego
that's what
boost at
people
that
have
point.
been doing, and we just get paid for it.
Those are offerings. Those are
What
divine
are-
offerings. We are the new religion. Frankly, I don't know how I feel about that, as given my previous feelings on religion as a concept. So, this is a conundrum for Fyodor. If you replace all of the parts of a religion, is it still a religion? It's like Ship of Theseus, but ideology. Oh no, Fyodor's reached drunk philosophy levels of if there is a dragon and you have a chance, if you kill one person, the dragon will not kill 4 other people. Do you pull the lever to?
Oh my gosh. Good.
But
there any last things that you guys would like to do? Since we are nearing 10 o'clock, I am going to have this be the end of the session. So we will pick up next time with you guys on the boat and
I figure,
starting off.
yes, I figure we can just. I have nothing else. I figure if we just end it by we wake up and get on the ship, and then we can start.
Yeah.
Next time with.
I'm good with that.
Fantastic.
Say goodbye to Ivan.
This is where we're gonna wrap it up. Then again, you guys, you've shuffled off to bed. You're like, we got this. There's a little voice in the back of Lily's head that's like, do we though?
Lilia and Zakra are reasonably hesitant for the situation ahead.
I need to know, how did Bread's trip with the baby going to get food go?
Getting that. We're
Yeah.
we're getting there.
Yeah.
Was that this morning?
Lilia's
Yeah.
like,
That was this
how did
morning.
the day go? Like,
So as the brothers you've gone into your room, you're getting situated. Sarkar and Lilia, as you guys step into the room, there's the normal thing that you expect. You do see Bread kind of sitting in that one chair that's pushed up towards the corner, and they've got the little sun stomach, and they're just kind of playing with him, making it. You realize when you shut the door and you finally get a clear view of that dresser with the mirror on it, that there is just an absurd amount of bread stacked up on it, and it's every single loaf is different. It's like pumpernickel and sourdough and just French bread and Italian, but like fantasy, and it's just so many different breads.
Yes, bread.
And you just got loaf
Live your
on
life.
loaf stacked up on the dresser.
that's beautiful.
Follow
Are
your
any of them
Finally-
eaten at all?
It looks like he has taken like the end off of every single one to try it.
You realize we have to get on a ship in the morning.
Man.
We're not there.
Oh right.
Yeah. But by the
How
looks
does he
of
plan
it,
to carry all that on the boat? Because I'm not doing it.
it looks like he spent every single thing you gave him on just bread.
Oh man.
It's a good name for him after all.
Another cookie?
I want another cookie.
Yeah, I was like, you guys, you start to get situated, and you sleep as much as you can with the oncoming threat. So the brothers sleep perfectly fine. So there's a little straw. Do you guys mention to Bread the fact that there's a dragon problem?
I don't.
No. No.
Okay, he sleeps peacefully. He doesn't know anything's wrong.
Good for him.
He's fine. But yeah, and night ends without any issues or anything. You guys get up early. Since it's earlier than they would normally do the breakfast, but since you guys like let her know, like, hey, like we're skedoodling, there's little like to-go bags sitting on the front desk that have your names written on it of like a little to-go, little doggy bag of breakfast. Like, okay, bye, have a safe trip.
What a nice
God bless you,
place.
quiet
Can't wait
Stephanie.
to come back here. Oh,
Yeah,
well.
there's like little
if we
smiley
do.
faces on it. It's like it very much feels like a school lunch when you were like a little kid, like the stereotype of just the like, oh, wonderful day. Like it's just very sweet. It just feels very sweet. And you guys take your little bags. Uh, Bread has an absurd backpack filled with bread, and you guys head off as you board onto the boat and look at the sun coming up over the water as you fear.
For the last time.
As that sense of dread starts to settle in over both you and the crew.
I feel perfectly fine.
Except for Fyodor.
Fyodor and Duka are gods. We do not fear.
You're kind of
And
like, I'm gonna eat a dragon heart.
And that's
And gain its
where
power,
we
yeah.
end the session.
Okay.
Could you imagine what Fyodor's blood magic could do with a dragon's blood? What his alchemy could do with dragon's blood?
We're all gonna have taser armor when this is done.
It's like Monster Hunter, like the game. We're all gonna get the armor with like electrical resistance, and it's gonna look like the color of the dragon that we're fighting. And for some reason, it's gonna be like way less armor if you're playing a female character. It's like I killed the same sized creature. I don't know why my armor is a fucking crop top, but like
This
Well,
could
in
be
my
your
case, it makes
gets.
sense.
The
I'm
more
way less
the higher the
personal than the
Armor
AC.
rest of you.
sluttiness for all genders.
Yes.
That's
Jeez.
what I want.
I am tired of all of my male armor being prudish, yes.
Mhm.
That would be awesome. Just do like Fallout where it doesn't matter. Gender doesn't matter. You can wear whatever.
Nice. But yeah,
All right.
any
Well, we'll end the
comments,
stream
question, or
here.
critiques?
So good night,
and
everybody.
I would say, yeah, goodbye everybody. I hope you had a wonderful time.
Bye.
Stay and neuter your pets.